I'm Chuck McDonald with Informed Entrepreneur. I'm here this morning with Tony Lawrence at VOR Technology. VOR is a member of the Inc. 5000 list, which makes it one of the fastest growing companies in America. So that's a great honor, and a pleasure to be with you this morning, Tony.
A pleasure to be here.
So if you could begin with, tell us a little bit about VOR and how it's in the cybersecurity field and how your background in the military helped you with the company.
Oh, sure. So I was one of the first cyber deployers to Iraq and Afghanistan. And in a tactical environment, I really became good in the cyber domain. I mean, you become an expert at something when you're getting shot at. So, so while deployed, I created a ton of TTPs, different tactics to use cybersecurity for the warfighter and for defensive means. So I became very, very good at it. Got attention at the Pentagon, and I went to work for the former director of the National Security Agency, General Keith Alexander. And during that time frame, I learned a great deal about cybersecurity. After I stopped working for General Alexander, I separated from the military and immediately started my small business. Some of the things that helped me were my salary was really low when I was in the military. I was in E5, and once I started my small business, I kept my salary low. And I invested as much money as I could into my new growth business. So utilizing my background and utilizing my new business knowledge, I was able to build quite a large company very, very quickly.
I see. So tell me, it sounds like things started, as you said, very, very quickly, and very rapid growth. Was that a result of signing some contracts, or you immediately signed up some new people, or how were you able to grow so quickly?
So as a government contractor, my initial contracts were subcontracts. So I would contact larger businesses and say, hey, my name is Tony Lawrence, I started a small business, here's what we do. We do cybersecurity, systems engineering, software engineering. Could you use my support? And several large businesses allowed me the opportunity to staff their existing prime contracts. And I became very good at staffing those contracts because I had a ton of friends that did the same type of work that I was doing. So I started off hiring my friends. So my first five employees were all people I knew, and they allowed me to get the business up and running. After a while, I was able to generate enough money to start priming contracts myself. So utilizing people I knew in subcontracts, it catapulted me into the prime contractor arena.
Great. So was there, it's almost too early to talk about that, but was there a turning point to where you were starting out good to where you sort of, as you say, catapult, went to a new level?
Yes. When I won my first prime contract, that took me to the next level. Once you have a prime contract directly with the government and you're not working through another company, things change, right? You make more money, first of all.
Great.
And you're in charge, and you're able to build an infrastructure that allows you to win more prime contracts. Mm-hmm. So my first prime contract was definitely a turning point for me.
And which agency was that with?
I was with the National Security Agency.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So tell me, I'm sure you have, how are you doing as far as your financials at this point? Do you usually term that in terms of finances or a number of employees? What is the kind of benchmark that you're looking at?
So currently we're at 70 employees, mm-hmm. And honestly, I intend to keep growing until I'm 1,000 employees.
Okay.
I don't intend to stop anytime soon. Started the business in 2012, and now we're at 70 people. We have several good opportunities in front of us with the government, and the government is a great partner. And they made things very, very easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy. Things are very challenging, but things are transparent with our customers, with the government, and there are a lot of opportunities for us.
I see. How are you doing with your financials?
Oh, so we're doing pretty good. So originally things were very, very bumpy, very bumpy. So there's been times where we came really close to missing payroll, but we've never missed payroll. Because I didn't pay myself for the first couple of years I ran the business, I was able to stockpile cash, and I used that cash to pay my employees once I got the business started up and running. After I was in business for 2 years, a bank allowed me to get a line of credit. Prior to the 2-year mark, I wasn't able to get a line of credit with anyone. It was very, very difficult because my business was not around long enough. So now we have a good sized line of credit, and finances are relatively stable.
Are you comfortable talking about where your income is at this point, the company income?
Sure. We're doing about $8 million a year.
Excellent.
We recently acquired another small business, which has added additional revenue to VOR. So we're projected to be at $16 million next year.
Outstanding. So at this position, you've obviously exercised a lot of leadership skills, and you were exercising that in the military. What have you learned about leadership just in this short time since you've launched your company?
I think that being in the military gave me a head start on being an efficient leader. I think that leading military members, leading soldiers downrange in a tactical environment allowed me to really fine-tune my skills. So when I'm dealing with things back here, CONUS in the United States, and bad situations arise, I'm able to stay calm, and I'm able to lead my team in the direction that they need to go. I really don't get flustered too much because I've been shot at before, like I said, so nothing's worse than being shot at. So, even if things get really rocky business-wise, I'm able to keep my cool and lead my team. So, and recently, since we've gotten larger, I've been able to train future leaders. So, my leadership staff, we go to a leadership summit every year. We go out and we talk about, how to become better leaders, how to keep team members for longer, and how to take care of our team members appropriately. So that's something that we've been able to do recently.
Outstanding. Do you have any particular leaders that you like to pattern yourself after, or maybe some of the things that they talk about you try to incorporate into your business?
Oh yes, I have a few. Colin Powell is one of my favorite leaders. So I definitely take a lot of insight from him. Chris Inglis, he was my former boss at the National Security Agency. I live off of every word that comes out of Chris's mouth. So, when I first started the company, we were about 30, 40 people, ran into some difficult situations. And I will remember what Chris would do when he came across those situations in the past when I worked for him. So he is definitely one of my greatest mentors. Excellent.
So tell me what makes your company different or unique in this industry?
Oh, so the things that make us unique are, we actually truly conduct cyber operations. There's a lot of companies now who claim to do cyber operations, but they're doing your run-of-the-mill IT, help desk support services. Our team has developed the majority of the cybersecurity measures, technologies, techniques that you're hearing about on the radio and the news. We currently have over 55 employees conducting cyber operations every single day. We develop products, offensive cyber products, that can hack into pretty much anything in the United States right now. And some different things overseas that haven't made it to the United States yet. We do that commercially as well. We call it penetration testing. So we do have those capabilities, and we are building products to conduct offensive cyber operations.
Cybersecurity is in the news every single day, so you feel like you're kind of on the cutting edge of business and from now and for the foreseeable future then?
Yes, and that explains our drastic growth, right? Because we've been able to deliver cyber capabilities to our customers have allowed us to add more people on contract and have given us more contracts.
Okay. So with the growth of companies, a lot of times you start looking for ways to give back to the community, or something that is something that you feel really passionate about. Is there some ways that you're giving back to the community at this time?
Yes, we give a lot back to the community. I usually don't share it, but this year we're sponsoring 3 families for Christmas. So each family is a single-parent family, usually a grandmother. Grandmothers, the 3 that we're sponsoring each have 4 children. And the presents that we have at the Christmas tree are for those kids. In addition to that, we sponsor the Wounded Warrior Fair at the National Security Agency. We've sponsored multiple events throughout the U.S. government or charities to support wounded warriors, homeless individuals. So we do a little bit of that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is there anything that I've perhaps left out that you would like to address that we didn't really talk about?
Sure. I think the most important part in being a successful CEO and starting a successful business is to never quit and to never give when I first started my business, there were certain times or multiple days where I thought, hey, I'm going out of business tomorrow. You know, I should shut down the doors. I should escape. I should take all the money and go. You know, but I never did it. Right? I never did it. I stuck with it through the good times, through the bad times, and eventually, with time, I was able to be successful. So nothing that's worth it ever comes easy. So to any future entrepreneurs out there, I would say stick with it. If you know you're the best at what you do, and you know no one's better than you, then stick with it, because eventually you will succeed.
Excellent. Well, one last question I did want to ask was, being an entrepreneur is very different than just working in an organization. So was there something when you were growing up or something in your military experience that really caused you to say, hey, I want to own my own business rather than I just want to work in another business? Nothing wrong with that, but it's a very different approach.
Yeah, you know, I would say yes. As a child, I'm the oldest. I have two brothers and one sister, and I was always in charge, right? So I would always boss them around, tell them what to do, you know, make sure all the chores were done. I was always babysitting. So when I joined the military, I think I inherited that leadership, those skills there, and they grew. They grew in the military, and they evolved into me being the CEO. But I think that being an entrepreneur, being an inventor, because I invent as well, this is a part of you. It's who you are. If I'm not leading, I'm not, you know, doing something that's impossible, then I'm not happy. I am not happy. I can't sit around. I really don't like working for anybody else. I just want to do what I want to do.
So. Exactly. Excellent. Well, very good. Well, thanks for your comments. Now, let me...